All right, so there were fireworks in court today at the resentencing hearing for the Menendez brothers serving life without parole for the 1989 murder of their parents. The brothers have always claimed that they killed them out of self-defense because of years of abuse at the hands of their father. The LA District Attorney, up until a few months ago, George Cascone, supported resentencing the brothers, but after November's election, there was a new DA that took over, Nathan Hochman. Hochman came out against any resentencing effort, saying the Menendez brothers have never accounted for what he calls lies, and as recent as today, called for this afternoon's hearing to be halted. Now, he lost that bid and went face-to-face with the Menendez's defense attorney in court, and joining me right now is that attorney, fresh out of court, busy day. Mark Geragos joins us live now. Mark, seemed like a lot of fireworks. Cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom. What happened today?
Well, as usual, Nathan Hochman, the DA, raced over to do his photo opportunity, violated what I thought was a privilege by doing the press conference in the first place, but that is apparently his modus operandi now. We got into the courtroom, and the issue was whether or not they were going to, or we were actually going to ever see the reports that had been prepared. We still haven't. When I say we, neither my clients nor myself, number one. Number two, we've gotten to a point now where the victims, who also happen to be my client's family, they're both their family and they're the victims. They have been savaged and traumatized repeatedly by this new DA, and starting with last Friday, when grisly crime scene photos are put up there, and they were given no warning whatsoever. Today, they filed, or last night, the DA filed a motion to continue the case without notifying any of the victims, once again, violating Marcy's law, which is a constitutional provision for victims. And so we decided today, after the latest shenanigans, that they want a continuance, that's fine. We're going to continue it just long enough to move to recuse, basically to ask the judge to throw the DA off the case and find somebody who is at least partially in compliance with the Constitution.
How would that even work? I mean, is that really a possibility? Would they bring in a DA from like another jurisdiction?
No, actually, I've done this before successfully in LA County. When you find that the DA should be recused, basically that he's got a bias, what happens is you have to give under the law 10 court days notice to the Attorney General. The Attorney General will come in. He will either say yay or nay, and then the judge has the decision. I think in this case, if the Attorney General takes a fair look at this, he's going to say, yeah, it looks pretty bad. And I will tell you, I've had cases where the DA's office, LA County DA's office, has been recused based on a motion that were nowhere near as strong as this one. This case, what has happened to these victims who also are their relatives. And the judge said it in court today. It's very unusual to have a case. I can only think of a handful of times in doing this over 40 years where your client, meaning my client, the defendants, the victims in the case are also their relatives. It only happens very infrequently. But when it does, that doesn't mean that the victims get tossed aside. There's nothing in the Constitution that says you're a victim with an asterisk, but that's the way they're being treated by this DA, and it's shameful.
And it seems unusual, too, regardless of how you feel about the Menendez brothers, that this pre-parole risk assessment, that the DA was able to read it, apparently, but that you never got a copy of it, and the judge didn't even get a copy of it, which is one of the reasons this is all now being delayed. So we'll see what happens. It sounds like the next court hearing is in May. Mark, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.